It seems like a lot of them come from the Southeast.
Or the Midwest. No?
Or the Midwest, which is kind of the Southeast of the Midwest.
There are many topics and concepts we are all familiar with, but aren't necessarily sure how they work. Each week I present a guest with a surprise topic and ask them to try their best to explain it. This is Explaining Things.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Explaining Things. As always, I have a guest comic with me who's going to explain a concept he's unprepared to explain. Today, my guest is New York City comic Tait Winston.
What's up?
How does one become a professional wrestler? They're all out there. Some of them have a dream. Others just fall into this career.
No, we're not talking like an Olympic Greco-Roman
No.
freestyle.
A professional wrestler, not one of those amateur pieces of shit. Talking about a hillbilly in stretch pants who's flying off the top rope.
A pro wrestler, I feel like you can't have a dad. Or you got a super hands-on dad.
Oh,
a handsy,
a mean dog,
hands-on dad.
A mean dog.
Chain-smoking mom.
You're a good college football player. You're not good enough to go to the NFL. Do I become a used car dealer? Oh, no.
No.
I'm going to call Vince McMahon.
Yeah, throw some makeup on, start a fucking cycle of steroids.
Grow the hair out.
It's time.
There are worse lives. I mean, you die young and you
Yeah.
might shoot your family with a shotgun.
Distinct possibility.
But if you don't do that, you're a superhero for like 20 years.
I feel like if you're a good juggalo, you're going to be a good wrestler. If you like the Insane Clown Posse and drink Faygo,
They're cut from the same cloth. You know, like a parent could have a juggalo and a professional wrestler as their kids.
Yeah, pro wrestling houses only like two other sports: NASCAR and glow-in-the-dark paintball.
Pig racing.
Arena football.
You got to be buff, okay? That's important. There are exceptions to the rule. Mankind, that's an inspiration to every schlubby guy out there.
Yeah.
But you got to be buff. You probably want a drug addiction, because that's when it really gets fun.
For sure.
All these guys, coke heads, steroids for sure.
You can't be a pro wrestler unless you are obscenely addicted to drugs. Amphetamines, steroids. Probably painkillers to balance all the terrible abuse you put your body
Absolutely.
through.
It's like an athlete/rock star lifestyle. It's almost like a road comic. It's just fucking, you tour around the country, you get all fucked up. So muscles, you need some degree of athleticism.
Charisma, abuse. It is the most important component of being a wrestler. Were you abused the right way?
What's the wrong way?
Probably like just
Catholic church abuse? I don't think molested altar boys become wrestlers.
not that often.
No.
Not that often.
Generally not. So
I think we're talking
it's
like
got to be non-sexual physical abuse.
Not necessarily non-sexual, but like it depends on the variety.
I don't want to put the little wrestler in a box.
Yeah, exactly.
The Rock could act. A guy who can't act will never get to that level. You know? You need some stage presence.
Yeah, but there is a whole weird subgenre of regional wrestling shows,
Yes.
local organizations that people adore. And these dudes, it's not like sanctioned and they don't have doctors present and they're just smacking each other with folding chairs.
Once again, bring it back to comedy. This is some fucking for love of the game fucking road dogs right here.
Yeah, these
guys
are dudes that drive 3 hours for
Right,
a $100 gig. They're losing money.
But they get to say they're a comic. They get fucked up after, and then they pray for pussy.
Terrible posters.
Microsoft Word poster.
Oh, yeah. It's not centered, and everything looks like the advertisement for, like, a paintball party.
Yeah, those lower guys, I think they have a dream. They're like, I hope I get called up. I hope someone sees this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but that's the sad, that's like somebody doing comedy in Pittsburgh, and they're like, I hope one of these road comics notices me.
One of these
brings me
weekend
on the road."
headliners is going to see me.
Yeah, and you're like, you know that dude works in a place where there's lots of good comics. It's the same thing, dude. Fucking...
Yeah. Sorry, Pittsburgh comedy. I'd say more often than not, I think a buff guy who had a plan and it didn't work out, he fell into this.
He just accidentally...
He wanted to be an NFL player. Maybe he's an amateur bodybuilder, and he's like, this isn't going anywhere. I don't like working at fucking, Kinko's anymore. Is there an audition? There must be an audition. That should be the reality show. Fuck American Idol. Wrestling auditions would be the most fucking amazing thing to watch.
They're like, snort this, throw glitter on their face.
You know they show up with their own name. You know they come with the name.
Yeah.
Or I'm the snake handlers. Meanwhile, WWE probably has a whole marketing department that gives names.
He's like, I'm Roctimus Blind. They're like, you're actually blind, sir.
It's pretty good, actually.
He just senses his opponent.
Tasting the air. The whole crowd, just like 40,000 people, like, what the So, in short, I know what you're going to say. You got to be abused.
Abuse.
Okay?
It's primary.
You got to be big. You got to be jacked.
Yeah.
You got to like drugs.
Gotta love drugs.
I mean, drugs are
Good
important.
tolerance for drugs.
And you shouldn't kill your family with a shotgun. But that's not, like, that is negotiable.
You have to like Faygo.
You know every wrestler loves Faygo?
Yeah. Like beef jerky. Mountain Dew Code Red.
Mountain Dew Code Red.
Very
Slim Jims.
important.
I mean,
Yeah.
Monster Energy. That's just like, that should be the fucking official endorsement.
Chester's hot fries.
Funyuns.
Those
Funyuns.
Fritos barbecue flavor twists.
Oh my God.
Those are a must.
Those are pretty good.
Those
though.
do smack.
All right. I think we're not going to get better than that. Tait Winston.
That's it.
Thanks, dude. Until next time.